Hey guys, I'm just running a little bit late, so you're gonna need to give me like 5 minutes, and then I will be getting started. We got a lot today. It's a big day. I know, right? I'm so rude, Anarchist Tech Support. Alright, I guess we're actually technically about to start on time. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Now, Donnie Yvette, if Rowling is promoting an agenda, extreme suspicion should be had of it. I recommend the LBC interview with Mohammed Mirandani as an anecdote. I hope that you're talking about J.K. Rowling, because I saw the funniest tweet yesterday after she said something, and it was, why does anyone care what Ja Rule has to say at a time like this? And it was just immaculate. What's up, Rolando? I can never say your name. What's up, Aiden Cooper? So we're just gonna jump right in. First off, breaking news, in LA there was an incident where a U-Haul truck just drove through a crowd of protesters that were protesting against the Iranian regime. That's exactly right, Prophecy hologram. Now, I'm getting indications that this was not an intentional attack, but I mean, who knows? Update on the injuries. 2 people were treated at the scene but denied transport to the hospital. Firefighters also said they were working to find a third person who had also been injured, but the size of the crowd was delaying the response time. It looked pretty bad. Like, I'm not sure I could actually show the clip of it. I could show the clip of the aftermath, but I mean, like, it seems like it wasn't an intentional attack at the moment, as far as we are aware. Oh my god, shut up, alarm. What's up, everybody? Alright, so let's check this out, because this looked pretty bad. This just happened. Oh hey, LA looks like Iran. From the clip of the video, it seemed like the driver panicked Piotr Carolina Reaper, because like the truck also had anti-regime messaging on it. So it would be like specifically running over the people supporting what you are supporting. Actually, here is a clip that I can show you of the truck while it's like not moving. Oh no, sorry, never mind. It was anti-Shah, pro Khamenei. So like, never mind. It is the opposite side. So it could have been theoretically. They don't seem to like the sign. Yeah, well, I caught that now. It did just happen. Wait, am I watching LA or Iran? Regimes putting down protesters could be anything between the USA, Iran, and Venezuela today. I have no idea. Yeah, this is in LA specifically. Trust me, we're gonna talk about that a couple times, but a good video to start this off. I've watched this so many times already. I love it. So you guys know Preston Stewart. We have watched his videos on the channel many a time, specifically when it comes to war coverage, and I just want you to hear this bit.
Protesters, terrorists, vandals, and domestic threats. In fact, the Attorney General just said, quote, "These are not citizens, and anyone taking part in these demonstrations will be viewed as the enemy." Language like that is widely viewed as a justification or a precursor for the increased use of force.
What country do you think he's talking about?
Yeah, what country do you think he's talking about? It really could be any of the above. Oh, Poppy. I have a job, you know. Yeah, I don't give a shit what J.K. Rowling has to say, Nadia Vet. Who the fuck knows anymore? Yeah, this is about Iran, but it works perfectly, doesn't it?
You're not sure, are you? No, that's the whole point of this video. He's talking about Iran. Totally could have been talking about the United States, though. I mean, come on. Come on. Is there anything he said there that doesn't completely apply to the United States in this moment?
Belarus,
No.
America, Iran, Gaza, Russia, Georgia, pick your favorite. Well, yeah, kinda. We're all kinda in the same boat these days. Like,
Absolutely.
to the point where, like, you need to understand the way that ICE sees you is the way that the IDF sees Palestinians. You do realize that, like, ICE is trained in Israel. They have a field office in Tel Aviv. There's a reason why Jonathan Ross immediately, like, called that woman a bitch after he executed her by shooting her 3 times in the face. That is the type of behavior that you see exhibited by Israeli soldiers in Gaza. This is a toxic take that I agree with. Oh, God, let's find out. The USA does not care about freedom and democracy. This is true. Like, it's not even like a toxic take. It's just factually true. The Shah is doing more to vocally calm and support the protests than protesters. You do realize, Piotr Carolina Reaper, that the entire, like, Iranian protest movement that's occurring right now is, like, fundamentally a CIA and Mossad op. Now, I don't necessarily think that, like, that alone is a bad thing. It's the sanctions that we put on Iran caused economic hardship, their currency devaluation up to, like, I think it's a 1 million rial to $1 now, which at the same time you had Israel, like, screaming about how the Iranian people need to rise up. Not to say that the Iranian regime is good by any means, but, like, we're doing this. And we're gonna bomb Iran now as well. Both ICE and Maduro regime militants are doing citizenship checks. Well, I mean, we own them now, so...
government, that's one thing. But people in the West championing and supporting the collapse of that government is something else entirely. Because when we say the Iranian government is evil and oppressive and deserves to fall, I promise you none of the people in Iran hear you say that. And it would be inconsequential even if they did. But do you know who will hear it? The Western politicians, corporate media, right-wing influencers, and a genocidal military.
Yeah, look, we're going to talk about Iran later. I'm going to save this one, actually, for when we get on Iran, because I'm going to get sidetracked really quickly with how much shit that we have today. Let me get some international stuff out of the way. We're going to follow up with Iran at the end, but first I just want to touch on Greenland. U.S. President Donald Trump ordered his special forces commanders to draw up a plan for the invasion of Greenland, but it's being resisted by senior military figures, Daily Mail claims citing sources. regardless of whether or not they're going to do this, what's more important is this clip from Gunther Fehlinger, a Austrian politician. And I just want you to hear what he says.
He wants to take it. Of course he cannot take it. And I say, if you take it, we take every single base of the Americans from Aviano to Ramstein, from Romania to all the other military bases will be confiscated and you will lose it. If you take Greenland, you have to leave. It's very simple, Mrs. Miller. This is the leverage we have. You need these bases for global power projection. You won't have it. And we can defend ourselves very well, and we will do that without the US nuclear shield, without the US troops in Europe, without the American bases. We will simply run these bases ourselves, and we run your boys home into Chicago, and Ohio. And goodbye. And now he...
Incredibly based. I really hope that they do that. Australian focus today, if not predominantly foreign policy. American focus today. But, like, yeah. To be fair, same difference. Yeah, entirely based, 10 out of 10. I really hope they follow through with that. Little bit more foreign policy. We're going to bomb Mexico. Trump said this yesterday.
Casually announced that the United States is going to start bombing Mexico. He does not use hypothetical language. He does not suggest that this is a mere thought experiment. It is not. Some people are saying. He says we are now going to start hitting land in Mexico with regard to the cartels. But we're going to start going into Mexico and hitting land.
Yeah, personally, I don't listen to David Pakman. This was just an easy clip that I found because I was not on Twitter all weekend. Yeah, we are going to hit Mexico as well. Trump probably values Greenland more than the bases. He's an idiot for it, but yeah, again, he's not the one in charge. And the final bit on foreign policy for now, before we talk about America, this is from Australia. It's not real, but I really wish it was, and I agree with it entirely.
Man has gone viral after posting a video urging Australian man has gone viral after posting a video urging Australians to eat the CEOs of Coles and Woolworths. The video features a man dressed as a news presenter telling viewers to eat those who have made all other food unaffordable. He mentions Australia's ranking as the world's most monopolised food industry and that it should be broken apart like the skulls of Woolworths and Coles executives. He claims this is in response to reports that almost 70% of the current inflation is a direct result of corporate price gouging during and after a global pandemic.
70%!
About the same percentage as that of the human body that can be safely eaten without killing someone as they watch. He stated, "We need solidarity of the public, specifically with those in grocery retailers, to not be class traders and look the other way when he shoplifts after half his groceries each week. Suck shit, you fresh food fucks. Ha 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 ha." In response, Australia's wealthy have claimed if people needed to eat, then they would have been left food in their inheritance.
That is so fucking accurate. Woolworths still exists, unfortunately. Yeah, they're one of the 2 grocery stores in this fucking country. Sleep good? Yeah, bonus. Do you think we'll take Greenland? We're certainly looking like we are. Yeah. Look, beyond what the government says on Greenland, pay attention to how the media is framing talk about Greenland. Look at the headlines. They're talking about, oh, well, what difficulties would we face if we were to annex Greenland? Stuff like that. It's normalized. It is consent manufacturing. All right. Now, moving on to the topic that I really actually want to talk about today. It's time, everybody. It's finally time.
Everybody's decided it's time to do the thing, and the organizers have heard you loud and clear. So I'm here to tell you it's time to do the thing, because apparently all everybody's waiting for is someone to tell them it's time to do the thing. So here you go. It is time. Bottom up, please. Fight.
It is time. I've been seeing this from normies for a couple days now. Broadly speaking, the general consensus is it is time. And, I mean, people are out. The people are done with this shit. This is probably the most hope that I've had in a while. This is also our one chance. It's do or die. we're in it now. Because they are coming. They're here, rather. No showing Renee videos on Twitch. People get clapped for TOS violations. I won't. I don't need to. Because I have plenty of other stuff to show you that, like, isn't TOS. First of all, this was posted by the regime. They are inciting, like, here. They are rage baiting us. They want us to respond, but I don't think that they know what they're asking for. Here's the thing. These motherfuckers have doubled down. And then have doubled down again. And I'm not sure that they are prepared for the outcome of that. Let's take a look at, first and foremost, what ICE is doing right now, like what has happened since JD came and said, oh yeah, no, they have total immunity and can do whatever the fuck they want, what happened after. And then we're going to look at how the people are responding. So this was 2 days ago, and this was a video captured by someone who literally just, like, ordered DoorDash.
Have a warrant?
Woolworths in the UK is a different company, Nadia. Not in the UK, in Australia is a different company.
They don't have a warrant.
They said they'll get one.
They said they'll get one.
Okay, if they get one, then they're gonna break the door down.
That's fine, but I don't want to open the door if they don't have a warrant. Because this was my DoorDash lady. I don't even know the lady. She just ran to my house.
Which, by the way, you can't, like, flag someone getting chased by ICE into your house. That is a crime and they will arrest you. But if someone runs into your house and you didn't flag them, that's a whole different story.
Alright.
Then it's not harboring.
I have a baby here. Like, I really don't know what to do. I'll open the door if the police, say that I have to open the door, but, like, I don't know what to do. This lady just was shot yesterday. Now I ordered fucking food and there's people outside my fucking house.
Cheyenne, I'm on my way, okay? Alright.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm so scared. James, come downstairs.
Cheyenne?
Literally ordered DoorDash and now there's ICE agents around my house because the lady ran in my house. And I don't know
worry,
what to do.
We'll see all the ICE agents and all the evil shit they're up to. I have a lot of clips.
I don't know. They have no warrant. They have no warrant.
We are functionally Iran right now.
I don't know what to do. I called the police. The police are on their way. Barricade.
The police aren't going to help you, unfortunately. Here's them going door to door in Minneapolis following the murder of Renee. But after this, I need you to understand why they're doing this now. Is that 2005 Afghanistan? No, it's 2025 Americistan. Do you want to know why they're going door to door like this? This is why.
1933, German worker and mother of two, Greta Messing, was shot dead by a Nazi. She had just left her home in a Bavarian town to go do some shopping when she was confronted by a Nazi named Lager, who stood in her way and yelled Heil Hitler. Messing, who had previously been arrested for pro-communist activities, instinctively yelled back "Red Fighting Front" before trying to pass him. The man lifted his gun, saying, "I'll shoot you," to which she replied, "Shoot away." Lager put his gun to the woman's throat and pulled the trigger. Her husband carried her home, where she bled to death. The murderer went to a Nazi inn, drank some liquor, and then handed himself over to the auxiliary police. He was put under arrest, but 10 days later, he was released and greeted by an honor guard. Lager, of course, kept his position as a stormtrooper, but the husband of Greta Messing and her son were both sent to prison under what was called at the time protective arrest. Meanwhile, the police carried out searches in all of the working class houses in Greta Messing's neighborhood. They were not looking for a criminal nor a murderer, but for a photograph. That was documentary proof of the murder. This was just one of what was likely hundreds of similar cases in the first months of the Nazis' rule. Murders of mainly leftist workers, people who defect.
Yeah, that's more than they're doing to the ICE murderer, and they're not going, like, they're never going to get any justice, not from the people in charge, because they think that you should be killed. This is what I mean. ICE is trained in Tel Aviv. They look at you like you are a Palestinian. You are automatically a terrorist.
From their role as Nazis, and those who were protesting against what had very, very quickly, and to many people's surprise, had become a horrific police state. Unfortunately, these murders of Germans who stood up to the Nazis like this are known by very, very, very few people today. Partially.
Yeah, unfortunately, and it's because they erased them, and we're doing the same. And that's why, after they murdered Renee Good, this is what they're doing in her neighborhood.
It's all right, it's all right. Sir, sir. Sir, settle down.
We gotta win the war first, Aiden Cooper. Just detaining entire families, storming houses, just grabbing anyone they can. The escalation is the point. Now look, if the idiots in charge were smart, they would be de-escalating right now. The only way we can make them de-escalate is by escalating ourselves. I don't think that they are going to de-escalate regardless. So it doesn't matter, because this is who they are.
Oh, I can't wait to be a fucking piece of shit today. Wow, what a lovely, beautiful day to harass people who are at work, like the dumb, useless fucking cunt that I am. I hope I get to beat up a pregnant woman. Hey Greg, are you free later today? I was thinking me and you can
everybody. That's who the assault is on.
Together with the rest of the gang and tackle a fucking 16-year-old teenage girl. I'm going to harass so many people that are just going to work. I gotta make sure I stay in shape if I'm gonna rip children away from their fucking families like the douchebag that I am. Hey Brian, what's your afternoon looking like? Me and the gang are gonna get together and shoot a pastor in the head with a fucking paintball gun. I carry this big, stupid, expensive dork-ass vest to defend myself from the guy I'm beating up in the Home Depot parking lot. Nobody cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Nobody cares anyway. That is how these people are, though. They literally are just garbage. All of them. Every single one of them. Let's continue on. This is from the Twin Cities today. The audio is going to be particularly disturbing here. I mean, I use cunt as a slur word regularly. I'm Australian, cacix. So, yeah. And yes, of course they, absolutely capitulate. Liberals believe in the same project as the fascists do. They want America to be a great... I don't believe in countries. So, yeah. No, just like last time, the liberals will side with the enemy, as they often do. Here's them just here's ICE now, by the way. Following killing Renee Good and being told that they can do whatever they want, they just start with the gun drawn now. As he's running, he's immediately already going to pull out the gun. These are terrorists. Over 500 protesters have died in Iran? Yeah, I'm aware. And do you know how many are dying in America? Because we don't, because they don't put out numbers. We know that ISIS killed at minimum 50 people. This is literally ISIS. Yes, this is. One to one ISIS. The only difference is this is Christian ISIS instead of Muslim ISIS, which, to be fair, Muslim ISIS wasn't Muslim and these fucks aren't Christian, but you know.
Get behind this fucking car, everybody!
Damn Sunni Christians, exactly. How many have died in the camps? Where are the women? Well, we know that people die in the camps. There was one that died just the other day. There was 3 in a week, like 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I've still yet to see any of the camps where they are housing the women. Like, generally. Still haven't seen it. What else we got? Oh yeah, we got this one. Hold on, let me grab a couple of these links because they're bad.
Get back, I'ma shoot you.
Get back or I'ma shoot you, just right off the bat for filming.
Get back, I'ma shoot you. You're gonna what? You're gonna shoot me? Alright,
I'm really glad to hear that, CD Young. Genuinely, like, it's time, everybody. Like, we gotta start paying attention. We're out of time. And so, anyone who has, like, I don't know, become aware of what's happening here, that is a win. That is another person on our side. Because we have everything we need to win, but the numbers. Oh, they don't, Tacoma Blues. Like, they're all rapists. Remember how I, for most of my time on the stream, have said specifically, all Nazis are pedophiles and rapists, but not all pedophiles and rapists are Nazis? That is still true to this day. Every Nazi is a pedophile and a rapist. Not all pedophiles and rapists are Nazis. That doesn't make them good by any means, but, like, sometimes they just don't have, that on the mind. But all of these ones do have the other in mind. Maybe even more true today than ever true. What else we got? Oh yeah, this was a fucking insane one right here. So this is the full extended video. I've seen cuts of it before. We're gonna watch the whole fucking thing. This one is insane. The audio doesn't really particularly matter. We're gonna break this down, right? So, first and foremost, they're arresting this, like, green-haired girl, right? They shove her in this car. She escapes, but what they do to her after is genuinely monstrous. Mind you, she is a US citizen. She's screaming, there are people around screaming, let her go, she's an American citizen. It doesn't matter if you're a citizen, that's not going to protect you because these aren't immigration enforcement. I believe as of recently now, ICE can be the National Guard. Now watch, she's about to run out of that vehicle. And what happens after is just literally disgusting. Like, they're trying to kill this woman. We can skip ahead a little bit. I'm getting bored. Alright, so that's when she runs out. Which, to be fair, I would also fucking run if I was in the back of an ICE vehicle. They will rape her. And now they just start to brutalize her. But it gets so much worse. What the fuck are you talking about Iran for? No one's talking about Iran here. You're the one who keeps bringing up Iran. Literally, the Shah is evil, and so is Khamenei. That's what I think about Iran. Alright, now watch what they're gonna do to her. The other one, the one that said he's gonna keep executing us. Oh, yeah, I remember, what was his fucking name? Jaden Scott or whatever. Just like the average right-wing Twitter user who went outside once. Look at what they're doing to her. His hands are on her throat. Watch. Grabbing her by the throat. She pushes back. What does he do? She spits in his face. Then he grabs her by the face and starts digging his fingers into her eyes. He's pushing his fingers into her eyes. This is a fucking wild one. Fuck, dude got away with it. They all did. Stop letting them get away with it. It's on you to stop them from getting away with it. Like, it literally is. Hold on. Got a couple more clips to open here. Because we got some real bad ones. Although, before we get to the bad, I do want to show you one positive thing that I saw today that I really, really like seeing. And I want to see more of it. We're going to look at this again later once we get to the protest section, but...
People need to fucking show up with guns to face you guys! It's fucking time for an armed resistance against the United States of America! Take your mask off! This is done! We're done! You're fucking murderers! You shot a woman in a wheelchair! Mask off, bitch boy! We need to fucking come back with fucking weapons! Go to the gun store, get a gun, learn how to use it, and fucking face you guys man to man!
Oh no, thanks, CD Unk. I just saw that idiot and then I was like, I can't be bothered, and then just banned him. So this is the mentality that I want to see. Nothing else but that. It is time. Guys, it's here. You're not gonna get another chance. Period. Period. Now, I've seen this clip, first off, a lot today. People are laughing at it because it's funny. The ICE agent slipping and falling on the ice. So, like, that was funny, right? I've seen that quite a bit. Did they blind that girl? I have no idea. Probably. They probably raped her too. So, the reason I didn't find this one anywhere near as funny is because of this clip of ICE agents also slipping on ice, except one of their guns discharge because they didn't have the safety on. So, like, you could literally get shot by ice by accident because dipshit slipped and fell. That could ricochet into someone's house. So, like, that's why I didn't find that nearly as funny. I do like seeing these guys get hurt. I wish he'd lost his crotch, but pretty bad. And then the one where the agent slips and then walks into a porta potty with a woman detained. Yeah, well, we're gonna look at that too. Because what do you think the point of that is? It's to rape her. Because they are rapists. By the way, there's no hiding from this. That's what Palantir was for. If you didn't see what Joe Lonsdale, the fucking co-founder, said the other day, it's to kill people like us. That's why it exists.
ICE can now draw a digital line around your neighborhood and see the location of every phone inside it. As thousands of federal agents deployed to cities like Minneapolis, an exclusive report from 404 Media reveals the surveillance tool they're using to hunt people down. It's called Weblock. Here's how it works. An agent draws a shape on a digital map, a city block, a workplace, or a protest site. The system instantly pulls up the history of every mobile phone that's been inside that shape. It shows where you sleep, where you work, and who you spend time with. It creates a pattern of life analysis to predict your next move. They don't need a warrant, they don't need a subpoena, they just buy the data from apps installed on your phone right now. Yesterday, an ICE agent shot and killed a U.S. citizen in Minneapolis during an operation. Today, we know they have the technology to watch the entire city without leaving their desk. ICE can now draw a digital line around your neighborhood.
Yeah, there's no hiding from that shit. They're using MITM attacks and IMSI catchers, as well as, like, other things, but yeah. Here's them assaulting more women over the weekend. Just beating her up with an umbrella, I think. Yeah, we're gonna see that. So, yeah, pretty bad. Get a flip phone or at least Graphene OS, no Bluetooth, airplane mode. God, I wish I could get, like, a Google Pixel so I could put Graphene OS on my phone. Speaking of, if you want me to get a Google Pixel, you can donate directly through this link. But, yeah, as we know, these fuckers just hate women in general, so, like, that's part of it. But, listen to the implicit threats from all of these fucks after they executed Renee Good.
If I continually see you following us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly
I'm not.
the right decision.
Oh, then why are you giving her a warning?
I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad
You're gonna
decision.
make a really bad decision today? I don't know, it gives the same as the other guy who's like, did you not learn anything from this weekend? Now, in response to someone mentioned earlier that Jonathan Ross is a passport bro, which, I mean, tracks. His family and friends describe him as a hardcore conservative Christian MAGA supporter who sports "Don't Tread on Me" flags and Trump Vance stickers. Social media posts reveal him arguing with his family over the white supremacist group The Proud Boys. He married a brown woman and decided to devote his life to terrorizing brown women. Many such cases. But America is, like, especially the modern right, is just a lunatic asylum at this point. And also, specifically on those, like, "Don't tread on me" motherfuckers, this is all I see. Hold on. Where is it? This is all I see from them right here. The fucking video will load. God damn you, TikTok. I hate you so much. So much. My hatred for TikTok cannot be understated. Here we go. This is what I hear every time I listen to one of these "Don't Tread on Me" right-wingers.
Can't tell me what to do. Yes, Daddy, take all my money, give it to rich people in Israel. Here's all of my information, literally all of my information and money here. You just murdered my neighbor. That's okay, she had pronouns anyways. Need to check what's in my pants to make sure I don't have pronouns. Whoa, okay.
They're all like this. What's up, Christopher Tablante? By the way, I didn't notice that you gave me a dono just before stream ended last week, so your message that you sent with that my algo is invading yours. I just wanted to read that out and thank you again for the $10. Love this video. I mean, it's true. It's fucking accurate. There's an army kid that showed up to a protest today because he joined for education and health insurance, and he wants to see, and he wants them to see him there so that they will discharge him. That's very funny. He's not getting discharged for that, but, you know. He'll come in full uniform. They're not discharging him. They need him to go die in a jungle or a mountain somewhere. Here's some more evidence of them brutalizing folks.
No, he's here.
By the way, like, let me make this clear. Obviously, these people being brutalized is not good. But it is good for the movement, because a non-violent protest's entire goal is to put yourself in front of the violent regime and be brutalized by it publicly on camera. So
He's right here.
Oh, don't touch my fucking car. Back up.
Don't
touch my car.
Don't cuss. But you're not gonna do nothing.
Don't touch my car.
No, you don't do what you.
Mate, you are a bit too black to be an ICE, I think. You don't even, like... You don't even look brown. You're just a black guy. You're African American. What are you doing here?
Fuck you want?
I don't care. Don't touch my car.
This ain't your car. That's her car or his car. That's not your car.
if he needs assistance.
Why can't she say something?
What you ask?
But
Don't
why
touch my
can't? So
car.
what's your badge number? What is your badge number?
He's being a slave catcher for his former enslavers, his ancestral former enslavers. Basically, yeah.
Let's allow him to say something. Come on, man. Just use a little.
I do indeed.
I will lock your ass up.
No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. For what?
What else we got? Oh yeah, we got Tom Homan saying, obey or die.
There are already 2,000 or so federal agents in Minneapolis for this massive crackdown that's tied in part to this ongoing probe of alleged Somali fraud. Fox is told that about 1,000 more Border Patrol agents are going to be heading there
Somali
to assist.
fraud, I can't believe. Like, I forgot about that. Jesus, they're still on that?
Basically free up HSI officers. There's also this growing network of local residents who are tracking ICE movements and warning people about them. And schools in the area are being given the option of remote learning for the next month because of how hot the environment is getting. Yeah, are you concerned about what we're heading
Remote
toward?
learning.
And
I'm
what do
gonna
you
give you
say
some updates
to
on
those
that, too.
officials like Mayor Frey, who's accused the administration of just looking for an excuse to invoke the Insurrection Act?
It's ridiculous. Bottom line is they don't have to shut schools down. They can't give me one example where ISIS has walked into an elementary school or a church or hospital. It's ridiculous. And all this false narrative that they're pushing.
It's already illegal to film ICE, not even.
It's just going to double down on hate against ICE. For instance, calling it a murder. The mayor calling it a murder.
So, you know, like, he's talking all of that. You know what's circulating right now? 95% chance that this is confirmed. I've seen multiple people who work for the USPS saying this, but they're talking about how they don't need to close schools. This is a letter that says Postal Service employees continuing to provide essential services. This is all, like, the date says January 6, 2026. This is an almost exact replica of the letter that USPS was handed out during COVID to get around travel restrictions. So if this is being passed out among USPS workers throughout the country, I've seen multiple in like several states talking about how they recently received one this week. Yes, it was during COVID. This one is dated January 6, 2026, and I'm seeing reports of this now circulating. I'm waiting to, like, 100% confirm it, but I'm fairly positive that this is real. Whether or not, like, the travel restrictions go into place, they are definitely prepping for if that needs to be the case. And part of that is, well, I mean, like, because of this. This was in LA. Just like the other day. Yeah, I know they will. Not Yvette. It's like, it's here. We're here. There's a pretty good chance that I will not be able to provide you with the information that I regularly do before long. For a while, I think I'll be fine, but that's the nationally with USPS. Well, USPS is a federal thing, so, like, yeah, it is the U.S. Postal Service, and it's countrywide. Look at them. I mean, they're terrorists. It's terrorism. Can someone tell me what part of Anne Frank's diary this is? Pretty sure the music's gonna end up copyright there. Sisyphean task, you should make a passport copy. However, you should also check to make sure, because I've been seeing a lot of confirmed now reports of people's passports being turned inactive, especially if you've ever changed your gender marker. Also, did you say the USPS letter was dated the 6th of January? That predates the shooting? No, it does, which is interesting. But that also makes it more likely that it is real. Pretty sure that this is what would have happened if COVID hadn't. They're rushing to finish what they tried to start. I mean, yeah, they are. One of my mom's friends just bought the fire department UPS. Bought? Like they bought it? Like what the fuck is the point of a private fire department? Oh, like they literally bought it. Well, that's because like rich people, I guess, own everything now. It's a lot of the same officers going city to city. That cowboy hat guy is in like every single crackdown. I mean, yeah. There's not that many people who want to do this. It's also not a fun job. Right? This isn't even a raid. This is just them, I don't know, fucking around. There's no audio. Is it really? Wait, no, I can hear I can see the sound bar moving. I just tapped it by accident, I think. But, yeah, no, like, it's not even just raids. Some of these people just want to play GTA in real life, because, like, that's what they're doing. That's not even a fucking raid. That's them just, like, pushing cars around for fun. Because, I don't know, they're evil and 12 years old. They have professional TV producers and shit with them making propaganda to troll the libs. Well, yeah, exactly. It's also, like, it's part of a system. So, if you were paying attention when we kidnapped Maduro, you'll notice this. Where, at first, there was a lot of images that came out. And these images were almost all AI generated. But later, when the real images came out, they kind of looked like the AI-generated versions, didn't they? They had the same color scheme. They were in a similar type of setting. Now, like, the clothing might have been different, some details might have been different, but, like, the real images had a vibe that aligned with the AI-generated fake images that preceded them. That's part of a strategy to employ. Do we know the actual functional working size of ICBP or whatever agency? I've heard that they try and scare the shit out of people who try to quit. No, we don't know the actual size, like, broadly speaking. We can probably have a decent guess. Number of ICE agents, US. Like, the numbers are lies, obviously, but let's see. So, they have more than 20,000 for ICE. What about CBP? CBP has about 60,000 as of 2023. And who was the other one? And yeah, those are the two main agencies that you're going to be worrying about here. But like 80 to 100,000 generally. Oh, speaking of CBP. Hold on, because obviously, like, we all know that the shooting of Renee Good was not something that could be justified. Like, it just wasn't justifiable. But did you know that ICE specifically and CBP are instructed to put themselves in front of moving vehicles so that they can have justification to shoot? That is a thing that they do. That's a thing that they've done for a long time, actually, and there's a memo that they put out. I don't know if it was them, but somebody put out. Let's see.
report from Customs and Border Patrol that proves that Kristi Noem is not telling the truth, but more importantly, it proves that Border Patrol agents, specifically members of DHS, were actually engaging in a practice of putting themselves in front of vehicles to use deadly force. In 2013 and 2014, there was an independent report and analysis of 67 instances of use of force by Customs and Border Patrol. What that independent report of 67 cases found was that there were times that Customs and Border Patrol was specifically standing in front of vehicles. They were, quote, agents sometimes deliberately stepped in front of moving vehicles to justify shooting. So a report independently confirmed as far as 12 years ago, at least 12 years ago, as many as 13 or 14 years ago, that agents in the same department, DHS, Department of Homeland Security, were engaged in the practice of putting themselves in front of vehicles to then later justify using deadly force. So when Kristi Noem says that the
Which, by the way, like, legally already doesn't kind of work, because, like, there is already language in the law that indicates that specifically doing that isn't good enough, but, I mean, obviously the law doesn't matter for them.
Agent was using training, what it actually appears like is the agent was using tactics that were specifically called out by this report from 2013 and 2014. They specifically said that agents sometimes deliberately stepped in front of moving vehicles to justify shooting. And what happened from that report is they specifically changed the policy.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to them. They don't care. They left this. I smashed a car on Snelling in 94, dragged a woman out, and left. This is law and order now. This is it. This is what they consider law and order. By the way, the Black Panthers are doing it right.
I can hold my gun like this. It's the law. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108 says I can hold my long arm in my hand. Just can't hit my finger on the trigger, but it's not. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up our teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up teenagers.
Y'all, wasn't me.
Huh? It was y'all. You're a police officer. You part of that. You part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. You don't like to be labeled in with slave catchers. You shouldn't have taken their vote, sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing their shit. You are a sellout. You ain't protecting shit. You got to do whatever they tell you to, including hurt your people. Because you're walking up to me and I don't like you and I don't trust you and I don't got no conversation with you. So unless you're investigating the crime, leave me the fuck alone. I don't care. I got a gun license right here. This is legal. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108. Move your car out of people's way and get the fuck out of my face. Thank you, officer. Have a good day. You have a bad one. Sell out.
You have a good day. You have a bad one. Sell out.
Fuck out of here. You smiling for a sellout? Do you know where you came from? Slave catchers hired you to help catch their property, which was us. Slave catcher controls the origin of that cash. You bitch ass nigga. The fuck out of here. Go where you're needed. We don't need your help. Get out the fucking street. Like your supervisor said. Get out the fucking street.
That's how you deal with them. It's true. It's true. Thanks, Shuva Poofer. I would open that, but I'm not signed into Instagram right now, and I can't really be bothered. But, like, yeah. Guys, like, they're not slowing down. Like, at all. This was today in a gas station. And, I mean, I'm not sure whether they killed this person. The headline says, did they just murder another American right in front of our eyes? I don't think so, but...
Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Hey! Back up!
Also, again, there's like 10 people. This was in Minnesota. Oh, it gets worse. It's a 2-minute video.
Back up. Back up.
This is only going to expand, and it's only going to get worse. It's the same 30 dudes, it's literally a roving gang. Primarily, yeah. But it's also, like, this is the same city, still.
Back up! Back up!
Back up. One more.
Agents from around the country are swarming the state, as well as other states, but yeah.
Back up! Back up!
But like I said, it's time. We're at kickoff, y'all. The war has started. They're shooting to kill. You are all Palestinians now. Remember, all of these guys are trained in Tel Aviv. They see you the same way the IDF sees a Palestinian. You are automatically a terrorist. Good luck, Nadia. God bless America. May our protectors in ice and our guardians in brown, white, and red and black give us the living space that we all rightfully deserve. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, guys, it's bad. It's bad. It's not gonna get better. Now, continuing on what I was saying, but...
know why that man's first response to a car coming at him was to plant his feet and to pull his gun out? It's because of IDF. It's because of the concept of Orientalism coined by a Palestinian man, Edward Said. Everyone needs to know who the fuck Edward Said is, just to put that out there. Orientalism is the concept of a population being primitive, being...
We have that. We have it. Not enough, Nadia Vet, but we have plenty of people willing to fight back. I'm going to show you, because the tides have been changing on that today. I just wanted to get through, like, what they're doing, and then we're going to talk about what we're doing.
One-dimensional, not having the same emotional and intellectual depth as imperialist entities. So when these populations that are primitive act out in violence, it's expected because the imperialist has already pre-assumed them to be terrorist or animalistic-like in their behavior. Thus, through occupation and for the imperialists to get what they want, they have to employ this mindset because they're inherently going to inflict injury upon these people. So when they do inflict injury, it doesn't actually hurt them. It doesn't feel like real injury because these people are not viewed as multidimensional, they're viewed as one-dimensional. So violence against them is apolitical because it's assumed if given the chance, the primitive population would inflict violence upon the imperialist entity. The IDF/ICE in our country made it very clear where they cross the line now. Even though this is immigration raids, is obviously not. It's who crosses that line of being...
We've crossed the line by existing. It's that simple. People need to fight back without metaphor. Yeah. Do or die, everybody. It's time. Hey, notice how another white guy, who's probably a citizen, for just being in his car.
We got everything? Put this car right here, left row. Car? Put this car right here, left row. There's a lot of glass everywhere. Fuck you. What's the park the car? Just park it, and we're out.
Did they take the driver?
You have no fucking right to be here. Get out of our state. Sir, stay over there, please. fucking murderous, traitorous bitches. Get the fuck out! Get out! We will never stop following. Get the fuck out! Have to put up with that before you decide to break the law.
Bare minimum, by the way.
Get out of our fucking state! We will never stop following you. Fuck you!
Oh, I know it is, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, like, a lot of people are going to die, guys. We've been kind of saying that this was gonna happen for a while. A lot of people are gonna die. As Buncor said, they are coming. Your neighbors will trade you to save themselves. If you think you're safe, look around. You are the enemy. Join the SRA, a 501c4 nonprofit prioritizing self and community defense education. Do it, because otherwise, this might be you. Wait, I think I have a better view of this same one. Here we go. You gotta ask yourself, when will it be my turn? The next chance they get, y'all. I was told to flee the US for a reason. I also heeded that warning for very good reasons. True. True. By the way, I believe this is the person that we just saw getting brutalized following that. That is them being nice, mind you. That's them being nice. Yeah, no, it's that one.
Hey!
No, actually, never mind. Different one. There's so many of these that it's hard to tell. Just kneeing him in the face, yeah. It's only gonna get worse for a while. Let's see, what else do we have? Ah, yes. All of these. Here's them just, like, arresting folks. You can't even just exist outside safely anymore. This is just people standing at a fucking bus stop. Apparently Israel's starting forest fires in Argentina. Is that Nazi on Nazi violence? Kinda, yeah. They want to occupy parts of Argentina.
No days off, huh? Don't get so close. Don't get so close. Don't get so close. Hey, just give them space when they go to their car. Hey, give them space when they're going.
Hey, you're too close. We can't knee people in the face when you're this close.
Hey, give them space when they're going to their car. Hey, give them space going to their car. Give them space going to their car.
This is also just, by the way, straight up Nazi shit. Like, you're just sitting on a bus. Like, you're waiting for the bus even. You're not even sitting on the bus. You are waiting for the bus, and they come and get you. How about this one? Immediately drawing their gun.
Hey, how would you like it if we came to your neighborhood? Huh? I live right here. My daughter lives right there, bro. How would you feel if you were taking people from the fucking streets? Huh? Don't point that gun on me. I'm not doing nothing. Don't point that fucking gun at me, you bitch. Point that gun on the ground. Put that gun on the ground. I'm not doing shit to you.
Like, their instinct is shoot. Even when they don't have, like, a real firearm, their instinct is immediately just shoot.
You guys are fucking bitches. Take your fucking mask off. Take your mask off. Don't fucking point spray at me. I'm not doing shit to you. I'm not fucking doing shit to you, you little bitch. Right here in Downey. They're fucking doing this shit in fucking Downey. Dime tu nombre, tu nombre.
They're getting ready to open live fire on first contact.
Take
Yeah,
off your mask,
it's,
you little bitch!
it's very clearly like them getting used to it and training. Look, I need you guys to understand that you can't do this within the rules.
That other players will not.
You just can't.
Being bound by rules that other players will not be bound by means choosing to lose the game. So if people are playing a game, but they will not play by the same rules that they say that you should play by, then they're not playing the same game as you. And you can't, by following the rules, get your way out of the game. Because they're outside of your game, the one with the rules that you're following. They're not going to announce a war. They're not going to say, I have decided that we are going to have a war now. We will take the side of the bad guys, and you can take the side of the good guys. They're not going to admit when they do something wrong.
Trump is not the problem, and when Trump is done, that doesn't mean ICE goes away. Trump is not the Führer. He is the guy who sets up the Führer. When Trump is gone, the next guy is worse.
They wanted to do, enough people agreed, and now they're doing it. And that's how it happens. Revoking passports. The color scheme on the movie is not going to change. The fact that you're seeing this video is new. This is as televised as it was ever going to get. Keep scrolling. Maybe someone more normal will say it to you, and you'll believe them. I don't care. For people who are listening, hold your loved ones safe. Be there for your friends. Check on your neighbors. And stop acting like you aren't in a civil war. You're going to act up and fight back.
Yeah, it's primarily J.D. Vance who's talking about this stuff. It's not Trump. It's J.D. Vance and Miller who are the ones consistently bringing this up. It's them. Again, like, this is the mentality I would like you guys to have. The Black Panther mentality of being armed, knowing your rights, and not taking any shit from these fucks.
I can hold my gun like this.
You barely have any rights, but you should still know that.
I can hold my long arms in my hand, just can't have my finger on the trigger. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up our teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up a teenager. Y'all, it wasn't me. Huh? It was y'all. You part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. You don't like to be labeled in with the slave catchers. You shouldn't have taken their home, sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing their shit. You are a sellout.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. We saw that one already. It doesn't matter. But I'm gonna tell you right now what the rest of the world thinks about America right now. And quite frankly, I agree with it. Granted, like, yes, it's bigger than this. It'll affect all of us. I understand this mentality, and I can't really blame them for it.
By the way, the frog is almost boiled. Yeah, y'all are almost cooked. I am convinced Americans have no backbones, and I am also of the opinion that the rest of the countries in the world do not need to feel bad for you anymore. This has gotten so far out of hand, and you've done nothing. For as tough as you want the rest of the world to believe you are, you sure do a whole fucking lot of diddly squat. And just so we're clear, those of you who voted for this man, but now understand the error of your ways, suit the fuck up and get on the front lines of the revolution, you wimpy little bitches. Because the people who spent months, years trying to warn you about all the signs of fascism that were in neon blinking flashing signs in front of you, they're not the people that deserve to have to put their life on the line to try and save their country. It's you. People are dying because of you. I will say this in 10 more languages if you need me to. Nobody is coming to save you. You are almost cooked, and you're still doing nothing. You cannot throw the book at this man. You need to unalive the man.
I do not
don't
support
under-
this. This is the belief of this random Canadian. I'm just explaining that the rest of the world doesn't want to save you. That's the only part of this that I am commenting on.
Understand why I am not seeing daily attempts to
Okay, maybe we'll jump a little bit further, because
everything
after
from
that
you.
she says something important.
all of the supports that keep your country running. You're going to start starving soon. And we knew from the beginning, that it was going to be a boil the frog approach, okay? That it was going to be flood the headlines, do all this crazy shit so that people don't know where to put their energy first. And you mean to tell me a country of how many? Like, what you got, like 300 million people in your country and not one person has been able to come up with a plan? I've just never seen the likes of it. And I,
Canadians
for one,
are wild.
am
What can you
not
say?
going to
I don't
continue
support.
to feel bad for people who do nothing. Do nothing to fix their own problems.
Fix your problems. Don't do the other thing. Fully condemn. Gotta say, Larry Ellison is doing a bad job with TikTok censorship if it's clear to see, or he's doing a very good job, Shufa Poofer, because they want you to post that and they want you to see it so then they can use it against you. Because Larry Ellison is intelligent. He's not like one of the idiots. You know. By the way, they're still declaring things an unlawful assembly, and all I can think about when I see that is, oh no, the terrorists said the protest against the terrorist is unlawful. Whatever shall I do? Personally, I don't think that it matters, Shufa Poofer. You can either self-censor when you don't need to, or you can take advantage of it and make yourself a bigger target later. They absolutely can't ignore you in November. You're not voting your way out of this, guys. You're just not. I mean, lock all of them up, ideally. Here's another one, you know?
Shame on you.
Listen. Have y'all not learned from the past couple of days? Have you not learned?
Learned what? What's our lesson here? What do you want us to learn?
Following federal agents.
Give me my phone.
Like, it's just a threat. They want to kill you. That is their entire goal.
Work to...
And this is yours.
Nonviolent resistance isn't about respectfully expressing your opinion in an acceptable way. It's about rage baiting a violent system to the point where it brutalizes you publicly. That is what makes nonviolent resistance impactful. Nonviolent actors show up in a place in such a way that they expose themselves to the violence of the state and then are subject to it, normally in front of cameras, if it's well planned. That violence, displayed to the general public, elicits a reaction out of them because it highlights a power dynamic that most people ignore in their day-to-day lives. It takes that power dynamic and makes it impossible to ignore. It is courageously putting yourself in situations like the one that Renee Nicole Good was in, so that you will become publicly subject to the violence of the system. They love that you think that nonviolent resistance is about standing on a sidewalk with no mask on, holding a sign expressing...
Oh, I know, but, I mean, while you're out there and you're not doing the other kind of resistance, this is still useful, because this gets more people, an Entropy fan, to move from this to the next step.
Expressing your opinion. It lets them pick targets for later, and it makes sure you're not home when they raid your neighbor. Nonviolent resistance right now looks like showing up to where they're kidnapping people and standing in the way. There is no peace, there is no peaceful movement in a system of violence. We're being subject to violence by people who want to be violent towards us, no matter what we do. Nonviolence only works juxtaposed against the brutality of the state, and as a carrot to the stick of the public's reaction to finding out that their whole lives are lived at gunpoint.
Literally, yes. And like, as you said, Bunkor, numbers are way the fuck up. That's the point of it. Pewter Carolina Reaper, it did make headlines in Europe. Literally, the UK might ban Twitter because of that. So, you know, there's that. Now, I would like to remind you all, by the way, when you're on the ground, the people on your side protesting are not necessarily your allies. The regime operatives are out in full force. They did this during Black Lives Matter, and they're doing it again. Have a look. Remember, following the murder of Renee Good, there was one guy in a clip that was burning an American flag in Minnesota. Guess who was doing that?
Suspicious things that happened yesterday in Minnesota, in my opinion, is this guy. The guy who burned the American flag in front of everyone. Now, after he did this, he immediately left like it was nobody's business. Now, why would someone burn up a flag, rile them up, make them protest, and just sneak away? A girl followed him, recorded him, asked him a bunch of questions, and just check this out.
You wouldn't have ran off. That's weird. Because we need people to see that that's happening.
Don't need to stick around.
Well, why would you run off? Why would you run off? That's weird, to burn a flag and run off. That doesn't make sense. That's not a protest.
Why are you not back there at the protest?
The most Fed-coded fuck in the world, yep.
You what? You a boogaloo boy? You an accelerationist? What are you doing here?
Usually these people are proud to
If you see people like this, yeah, follow them. Follow them and record them.
protest and tell them where they're from.
Where you from? Why are you here?
Well, I mean, he likely is a Fed agent in that outfit, Hybrid Heathen.
Yeah, we know. We remember George Floyd, so we know you guys are around.
Hey, fuck your flag burning, dude. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was not cool.
Yeah.
See, during BLM, this was primarily the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, who are now ICE anyway, so the practice should be pulling the mask off. Yeah, but they'll cry and bitch like you assaulted them if you do that. I mean, do it, just don't get caught on camera with it, because then they're gonna find something to throw at you. It's not illegal to take someone's mask off, especially if you suspect them of committing a crime that might endanger your entire community. Not to mention that, like, I genuinely don't give a fuck about the law right now. I care about the spirit of the law, in that, like, you should try and stay within, I don't know, like, the ones that make sense, but genuinely, I don't give a fuck about the illegitimate regime's illegitimate laws. Paid agitators, every accusation, true.
He doesn't even know where the fuck he is. He doesn't even know where his fucking car is. What?
Why are you hiding your face, huh? Why you got your glasses on? You think you're some covert fucking, like, ninja or something, bro?
Probably. They do tend to think that they are very cool. Hence why it's guys like this. Oh, look. Shocking, I know. Jan 6er joins ICE? Could never have thought. How about this? Here's, they're in St. Paul. Here's Greg Bavino back out on the street. Like, this is just terror. The honking of the horns and all of that, like, it is specifically them terrorizing people. And people are honking horns to warn everyone nearby, all of this. Yeah, in Australia that'd be battery, but in America it's a little different. In Australia, Liddy Bruz, I can't punch someone in the face if they break into my house, so you know. This is the guy that I agree with. This is where we're at, and this is a sentiment I have seen way more this weekend.
People need to fucking show up with guns to face you guys. It's fucking time for an armed resistance against the United States of America.
Again, not to do violence, but to show up armed, which you have the right to do in an open carry state. The Second Amendment specifically gives you the right to bear arms to protect yourself and your community from government tyranny. Now, I'm not saying you should shoot anybody. You should not. But having it on you is a deterrent, and you have the legal right to do so.
Take your mask off. This is done. We're done. You're fucking murderers. You shot a woman in a wheelchair. Mask off, bitch boy. We need to fucking come back with fucking weapons. Go to the gun store, get a gun, learn how to use it, and fucking face you guys man to man.
Like, yeah, no, that is what the Black Panthers did. It's what they're doing now, and it's working. Yep, you have the right to show up armed, and if assaulted, you have the right to fire back. Well, that part you may not have the right to, but, I mean, like, it's gonna happen eventually. I remember Republicans did a march while carrying. Yes, they did. They do regularly. That's why they won't assault you if you show up armed. They're far less likely to. Also, hi, I hope you're doing good, Vizora. Thank you. All things considered, I am. I'm a little hyped, actually. Like, this has been generating hope for me, because it seems like, yeah, no, we're actually here, and the people may have finally had the fuck enough. What else we got? Oh, not that one. Oh, this is funny. We got protesters outside a vehicle with Nick Sorter and Cam Higbee in it. Now, if you don't remember, Nick Sorter is the one who basically started the whole Minnesota thing by talking about the fraud in the daycare centers or whatever the fuck. Like, he's the one who's responsible for the, like, entire situation right now. He's not the only one, but he definitely has blood on his hands. I've been saying that I can't own a fucking weapon, so I'm just fodder, which is okay, we need fodder. Well, I mean, yeah, kinda. Sorry, we do need it. But have other people around you who are armed, that will protect you anyway. They'll be mowing down demonstrators with machine guns, if not cluster bombs. If history has been radically falsified. Oh no, they will be doing that, not Yvette. That's the plan. They're preparing to do that, which is still, like, it changes nothing. Yes, even if they're going to shoot you, you have to go. Because no one else is doing it. Like, you go, they shoot you on camera, and you die. Sorry, that sucks to be you. It would be me if I could. If I had the logistical ability to go, I would be there, and I would be getting shot until I die on camera. Because that is the point. That's what gets everyone else up, and angry, and there. And the more of us that are there, the less that can happen. They can't kill all of us. I've been there every hour, every day. Exactly, Buncor. And you've seen it growing. Every time these motherfuckers abuse, brutalize, kidnap, murder an American, a migrant, who gives a fuck, a human being, it pisses everyone off. And then they show up more. We're here. And some of you aren't gonna make it. Yeah. I did try. We all tried to prevent this. What's driving me insane is not like a bad thing, by the way. It's just, I'm thinking about the people who are just waking up to the fact that, like, this is where we are. And then I'm thinking about the other people like me, like Buncor, like a lot of you, who've just been doing this for 10 years at least now, and we're just so fucking tired. It will be some of us or all of us. Literally, yeah, that's it. That's the choice you get. Is either it's all of us or some of us. We go together or we don't go at all. We march to victory or defeat. The only direction we're marching, though, is fucking forward. That's it. Mass is def in your favor there. I mean, yeah. The Mussolini lift, fuck, never heard that before. I love that. Mind you, that doesn't mean you deliberately look for the nearest barrel to put your dome in front of. Yeah, literally. Like, you try and stay safe. Obviously. You need to stay safe. But there's not gonna be a situation where you always can. And when that happens, like, that's just where we're at. Thank you, Cat Thrower, for the gifted subs. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, don't go try and get murked. Like, I would say don't go and try and be a hero, but you are. By showing up anyway, you are being a hero. And that is a good thing. But you do have to try and, I don't know, prioritize, like, what your goal is at any given moment. Wild Kitty? Yes, Wild Kitty, come here. Poppy wants you all to stay safe too. But yeah, no, die for something that matters. Fuck a nursing home. Fuck a meaningless existence. I will choose to do the hard thing every time, because otherwise I'm just like all the others who don't resist and a coward. Just true. All I ask is that somebody name a housing project or neglected boulevard over me, after me. Got you, R. Although ideally we win, and then there won't be a neglected boulevard or housing project. It'll just be like, good. The USA takes Greenland, Canada's next. Well, to be fair, there's Greenland, there's Mexico, there's Colombia. We're still talking about bombing Iran this week, which probably won't be till the weekend or like next week. We don't have a carrier group in the region anyway, so you know. But I want you to remember that they will continue to tell you that you're the extremist as they try and kill you. Here's Jack Posobiec and wokeness. Quote, we need to show up with guns to finish you guys off. Time for armed resistance against America. Find this man and arrest him. It's only free speech when they do it, because they said shit far worse than that every day for a decade. Every single day for a decade. They still do. They openly talk about murdering folks. They openly talk about inciting violence. Remember that Nazi fuck the other day who was like, yeah, we executed one of you the other day. No, like, this is how they get you to shut the fuck up. You are going to get hit in the chest with a 5.56 or a 7.62. We need Canada to guarantee a cheap, reliable maple syrup supply. To be fair, I hope they sanction America. We need Canada to be finally good at hockey. It's the only way, yeah? They openly talk about starting a civil war. Latina Mufune. They started a civil war. They did. They succeeded in it. We are in a civil war. We're in a civil war that will likely lead into a world war, which will then likely lead into us being too weak to defend ourselves when then we get invaded. They say, back the blue, while also saying the police are given false authority to liberal Marxists. Yeah, like, they were just talking shit about the cops the other day. All of these people at these protests need to start showing up armed. Not to do violence, to protect themselves.
No KKK, no fascist USA!
Notice how this includes Colombia and Venezuela. I mean, it tracks. It's a long-standing thing that we've wanted to do. It's not new. There is a lot of people out here. Now, New York, you can't open carry as far as I'm aware, but, like, whether you're in, like, depending on where you are, you can. I want nothing to be named after me. If we win, I want to be forgotten to history. If we lose, I want the world to know we tried. True and based, and I feel that. The cops that aren't Nazis are going to have to come to some tough decisions. Yeah, they're going to come to the decision to side with the Nazis, Jet. Don't ever trust that. They will either stop being cops, and likely a lot of them already did if they were going to. But other than that, yeah, no. Big time march, like, good job to those people. That is good. The America games are going to be real awkward. You want to know what's interesting that I found out yesterday? Did you know that, so like we have the Patriot Games next year. Did you know that the first Hunger Games in the Hunger Games happened in the year 2026? Like in the actual book series? But no, guys, seriously, like it feels a little different this time. And that's why it's important. It's to the point where femboy VTubers are raising the alarm against ICE. Holy shit, femboy VTubers are raising the alarm against ICE. That is a level that we have never reached. We don't live in a simulation, we live in a plagiarist society. These are idiots and losers who just get all of their ideas from fiction. And by the way, like, the fiction that we engage with doesn't teach us much here. Like, it teaches you the wrong thing. And here's a good video on the subject. Like, I agree with all of this.
It still boggles my mind how so many people gobble up allegoric fiction, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Lord of the Rings, and still not recognise fascism. No, these stories do not teach you how fascism works. They teach you how it feels after it has already won. These stories convert complicated political systems into personal morality tales, hero narratives. The result of being conditioned on these stories is that you can recognise fascism, but you are impotent to stop it.
And Nick Land mostly plagiarizes the Order of Nine Angles, so...
That's why these stories get permitted and promoted. They are set in fictional empires, wizarding worlds, galaxies far, far away, in a post-apocalyptic future. But there's never any mention of any banks. Where are all the corporations and media owners? No mention of arms manufacturers. So you learn how to identify fascism by visual cues, aesthetics. But most people have no idea how it operates structurally. When you think of fascism, you think of uniforms, slogans, logos, villains, monsters. But you don't realise that fascism functions through law, courts and contracts. And all of these stories have a similarity that's crucial and always ignored. The movement of money. Capital flows. Let's be realistic. Lord Voldemort doesn't care about this little child. Harry has a powerful inheritance. George Lucas openly modelled Star Wars on imperial violence. The reason Disney loved this story is because the critique of imperialism gets...
Like, I'm thinking the Hunger Games here. They had a literal revolution, right? They had a war there, where there was no attacks on supply lines. There was not any, like, the districts all funnel their goods into the capital. There wasn't any, like, breaking the logistics lines. There wasn't trying to, like, I don't know, get people to defend. None of that. Like, it was exactly as she's saying. Well, the stormtroopers do actually behave the same or worse as in fiction, but the rest of the fascism is less described than fiction, and that's kind of what we're getting at here. It's how fascism feels after the fascists have won, not how you can fight it, not how we got there, not identifying.
It's neutralized by distance and myth. In a galaxy far, far away, you can critique imperial power. But after how many, 10 movies, do you understand how the Empire governs? Or do you just know that stormtroopers look evil? Most critically, what these movies have trained you all to do, and you continue to do, is personalize fascism. Never blame the American imperial apparatus. The problem is Donald Trump. The problem is Voldemort. The problem...
This is the shit that pisses me off. Yes, it's never the system, it's the individual. I keep hearing people talk shit about Trump. Trump ain't nothing. He doesn't matter. He is a meaningless person.
Stormtroopers look evil. Most critically, what these movies have trained you all to do, and you continue to do, is personalize fascism. Never blame the American imperial apparatus. The problem is Donald Trump. The problem is Voldemort. The problem is Palpatine. So you are pre-trained to go into all experiences looking for who's the villain. There is an entire multi-dimensional extraction apparatus at full flow in Star Wars, but
yes, it's dehumanization. Some people aren't human. Thanks, Bun. You beat me to it.
You think it's Palpatine or Darth Vader. And if we simply remove this one villain, the entire apparatus is gonna what? Find another one. In all of these stories, the satisfying ending is the removing of one villain. But our history books and myths all tell us that as soon as you remove the head, 3 more emerge.
The closest any of these even got to not having one overarching villain was the Hunger Games, and because at the end Katniss kills the new villain who's replacing the old villain, and that's it. That's the closest it gets. CD Unk, okay, I fully get why you rail against us saying it's Trump. I think I get it now anyway. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Society, we are left with no bandwidth to pay attention to that continuity. The reality is, fascism is so boring. From the Doomsday Book to the Nazis compiling records of every Jew, fascism cares about laws. It is slow and it is incremental, and it survives leadership changes. These movies then individualize resistance. The solution in these movies is never collective action or educational outreach to stormtroopers. It always requires one chosen person who shows as a child signs of courage and purity and bravery and destiny. There's usually some kind of mentor, someone to tell you you're a wizard, Harry. And that one child's moral clarity is supposed to replace collective organization. So viewers internalize passivity. You sit around waiting for your hero to emerge. And so nobody is building alternative institutions. We don't see unions and parallel systems as our way out. You cannot vote your way out of fascism. These movies never show you what the real work takes. No mass strikes happening, no tax boycotts. No media.
Did it, Infallible Fowl? Did it really? Because, like, sure, we beat the Nazis and then the Nuremberg trials failed because we executed 10 Nazis, and then all of the ones that got long prison sentences got their sentences commuted and then got brought to the United States. By Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker is a total psychopath and we all cheered. And that's what I mean. Like, it is all about the individual. In all of these stories, you don't learn how to resist. You don't learn how to identify fascism. You learn how to rely on a savior to come and save you. That's it. That's all you learn. And you learn how to, like, cope with the fascism once it's won.
Capture analysis. No pressure on international capital. No legal resistance or reform. No. We don't need any of that. What we need is the Jedi and their mind tricks. So we'll wait for that.
Yeah, I wonder what they did different in Yugoslavia.
Oppression is spectacular. Death is quick. Trauma is temporary. And the reconstruction is skipped. This is mirrored in historical lessons about Nazi Germany. Big red flags, loud campaigns, graphic grisly death for their leader. This makes you expect that fascism will be dramatic, when actually it relies on being very mundane. Real fascism is boring.
Just kind of why ours are pretty bad at it. The next ones are going to be much better in it.
That's why people miss it while it's forming.
And better at being evil, mind you. Kind of frustrating how to think how Star Trek examined fascism as a concept and Hollywood never circled back on the topic. There's a point in that, Piotr Carolina Reaper. You notice how, like, all of the oligarchs, the ones that are creating the systems to destroy the world, all base their ideas in dystopian science fiction? And we don't have any examples of utopian science fiction, barring Star Trek, which I haven't seen myself, but I do understand the concept of it. It is the media that you consume then becomes what you believe in the world. It impacts your perception. It's useful to the people in power.
That's why these movies produce impotence. They are excellent in hindsight, but useless at prevention. And this is really not new. Roman moral theatre used to dramatize tyranny to preserve the empire. Culture is a pressure valve. Anger gets released safely. They allow critique without consequence, emotion without strategy. Recognition is not enough. You can identify fascism perfectly and still lose to it. Fascism is happening slowly everywhere. You see me do these newsreels about the Irish government passing legislation.
I meant like a mainstream movie or TV show type media. Like, I've never even heard of Ian Banks. Like, well-known pieces of media that most people have consumed. Yep, evil and unskilled people do learn if you give them the time. Example, Russian troops in Ukraine, which is why it's critical you don't give them the time. I will say, though, that Andor did it better than the movies. Well, to a degree. From what I've seen of Andor, I still think that it falls into the same, like, trap of it's not explaining how the actual fascism works. There's no trade lines, there's no logistical attacks, there's no background dealing. There's no law, there's no courtrooms, because fascism is through all of this. Yeah, the Nuremberg trials failed. We don't need another Nuremberg trials. Genuinely. Like, I firmly think that we don't need one. We need something far different. Now, again, this is this person's personal belief. I agree with the vast majority of the sentiment, but not all of it.
We don't need a new Nuremberg trial for ICE agents, and we need to stop saying we do, because saying like we need a new Nuremberg implies that Nuremberg was a success and a good model that we should follow. It wasn't, like, not at all. Do you know how many Nazis were executed after the Nuremberg trials? 10. Only 10 out of like the thousands, tens of however many there were. Only 10 were executed. And of the ones that actually got like long prison sentences, a lot of them had their sentences commuted and they fled to the United States, where they were adopted into American universities or into American nuclear programs, or like, what's the other one? NASA. Nuremberg failed. Nuremberg did not work. It's not a good model.
That's what I mean by it failed. It was a cover-up, and it was successful in it. It failed in rooting out Nazism.
Nuremberg's a large part of why we're where we are today. We don't need a new Nuremberg. We need people to be executed en masse, which is not what Nuremberg was.
I vote for a big hole. That's your vote. I will not comment on it, but, you know, I vote for the big hole.
Nuremberg should not be the standard. What we're about to do to the ICE agents should be the standard. We don't need it.
To a degree, like, he's right in that it didn't work. We're in the situation we're in today partially because of Nuremberg. For example, Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is one of, like, the main funders of J.D. Vance. Following World War II, in Nambia, Peter Thiel went to the last school on Earth that greets each other with Heil Hitler. Elon Musk was named from a character from a book that a Nazi rocket scientist wrote, specifically, like a Nazi rocket scientist wrote, like a very scientific book that, like, has dimensions and blueprints for rockets and shit. And it's a book about an underground anarcho-communist society on Mars ruled by a guy named the Elon. Elon's dad married a Nazi. They lived in Canada. His mother was a Nazi and her father was a Nazi. The Elon thing, I never found credibility from. Like, I mean, him doing the Nazi salute as well, but yeah, like, it's not even just that, it's beyond that. We made it to the moon specifically because of a Nazi that was hired in NASA. I would have preferred we didn't make it to the moon. Do it without the Nazi. Apparently, they botched those 11. A dude conned his way into the position and completely fucked it up. It tracks. One of the worst things about Nuremberg is that they did allow any witness to testify against the Nazis. If we survive this, we can't make the same mistake again. We could have just gone to the moon 10 years later. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, errata cookie, like, this, it needs to be done well. But first, we have to get into a position where we can do that. And right now, we are in a position where it's difficult to tell whether someone is referring to America or Iran when they're explaining what's happening.
These protesters, terrorists, vandals, and domestic threats. In fact, the Attorney General just said, quote, "These are not citizens, and anyone taking part in these demonstrations will be viewed as the enemy." Language like that is widely viewed as a justification or a precursor for the increased use of force.
What country do you think he's talking about? You're not sure, are you? No, that's the whole point of this video. He's talking about Iran. Totally could have been talking about the United States, though. I mean, come on. Come on. Is there anything he said there that doesn't completely apply to the United States in this moment? No. Absolutely nothing. I bet a big chunk of you folks thought he was talking about what's going on in Minneapolis. No. It's what's happening in Tehran.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they just, like, the regime just killed 500 people. That's where your brain is going. And then applying it to home. It is both. It is functionally both because, I mean, like, we've kind of made the same kinds of statements. Maybe not, like, as explicitly as Iran has, yet. But, functionally, yeah, no. Like, same place, same time. I literally watched this video 40 minutes ago, and I still, got. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good video. I've been enjoying it. Oh yeah, here is the rapist. Preston Stewart is beyond galling to watch. His pro-Israel content is vomit-inducing. He's good with Ukraine. He's shit with Israel. I know. He's still with the military, so he doesn't really have much of a choice. His actual beliefs are firmly anti-Israel. He's just in the military, so he's not allowed to say that. He's very good with Ukraine, and usually when he's talking about Ukraine, he will occasionally make a snide comment about Israel. So, by the way, here is the ICE agent scene, like, bringing a female detainee into a porta potty to rape her. Allegedly.
Oh, y agarraron a alguien. Ah, por... Ay.
Okay. Thank you, Nadia. I would gift you one if I could, Jet.
Agarraron a alguien, llevan a alguien.
Cierto. And remember, tech bros are the enemy. Corporate industry is the right hand of fascism. In this case, the non-manufacturer swindlers would be that. I mean, yeah, at least the fucking monster slipped. He's still doing it. They're still gonna keep doing it. Oh my god, Buncor. I mean, like, we all gotta cope somehow, huh? I mean, there was this that I showed last week.
South Louisiana ICE Processing Center and Basile pleaded guilty to having sexual relations with a detainee. 56-year...
You mean raping a detainee? It's illegal for you to have sexual relations with a detainee. Someone who's under your care cannot consent. People are saying, well, it makes sense that he goes in with her. He's not going to let the detainee go unsupervised. They're all rapists. They are all fucking rapists, yeah.
David Corvell pleaded guilty to one count of sexual abuse of a person in federal custody. Prosecutors say Corvell began a personal relationship with a Nicaraguan detainee and had sex with the detainee multiple times.
Raped a detainee. Jesus Christ, I hate the media. Today, they just love brutalizing women. It's like their favorite thing to do. Well, I'd say second favorite. I'm sure children is their favorite thing to brutalize. This is stupid. I don't know what this is. I just saw this. I don't care and it's too quiet. MAGA influencer Nick Sorter attacked a protester, proceeded to get pushed back, and then threw and missed the girliest punch of all time. I gotta see this one. What was that wrist movement? Oh, by the way, clearly, the right-winger incited that violence. Look, I mean, back in the day, women who lived in, you know, areas where the Nazis had been occupying regularly did things like, you know, go on dates with Nazis and then make them think that you like them and then bring them into the woods and redact them. Mind you, ICE is using Tinder right now. It's very nice to see who they rush to protect indeed. Yup. They said he does that everywhere and ICE protects him. Yeah, they're the same group. They work together. They're friends. They go out for a beer afterward.
We're being attacked by our own people, by our own federal government, by masked men without ID that are taking people away for God knows why.
If they use Grindr, they have to attack men. They like abusing women.
They're not pedophiles. They're not rapists. They're not criminals. They're taking people from schools. They're taking high school
Yeah, the
kids.
people doing it are.
It's so hard for you to talk about. Sometimes this is a little tough.
Because I'm an American and I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of what's going on.
People should not be killed for protesting, for wanting not our people in our city to be taken. Like, this is not okay, and it's violent, and it shouldn't be violent. We should be peacefully protesting, but they're just taking us. It's just.
I agree entirely what you can do. You know who I also weirdly agree with? I'm not the biggest fan of Jesse Ventura, but dude said something pretty accurate the other day.
Something? I'll give you a quote. We're a third world country now. You want to know why? I'm an expert. I've been to them. I spent 17 months in Southeast Asia while the draft dodger was playing golf. Right? You know how I know we're a third world country? Because in third world countries, they have the military doing their police work in the cities when you walk around. I was in the Philippines the day Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law and went under dictatorship. We went from nobody to a guy with a machine gun on every corner. That's what happens in a dictatorship. In comes the military. That's what's happening here. And people better wake up to it. You want to read something? Then read your history of Germany and start comparing the tactics of what happened in 1930s Germany to what's happening here.
Yeah, look, I know it's weird. I also need a shower.
You learn from history. Anytime you have the loss of life that needlessly happens, that's tragedy. And what occurred yesterday.
Like, it's not just needless cause of life. The need is because they enjoy it. You want to know who doesn't get shot? People who stay home and mind their business. If you leave your home, the state will murder you. Vote for us. Like, yeah, that's what they're saying. That is that simple. They're not hiding it, y'all. There is one answer to this.
People need to fucking show up with guns to face you guys. It's fucking time for an armed resistance against the United States of America.
Again, don't show up with your gun and shoot, but show up and carry. You have the legal right to do so. It will protect you and the people around you if you have a fucking AR-15 strapped to your chest. They're far less likely to fuck with you.
This is done. We're done. You're fucking murderers. You shot a woman in a wheelchair. We need to fucking come back with fucking weapons. Go to the gun store, get a gun, learn how to use it, and fucking face you guys man to man.
That roid-riddled, unstable veteran needs to join the SRA. I agree, and so do the rest of you. You are out of time. It's time, y'all. It is time now. Join the SRA. Go and join some community, if not that one. Because we're here. Again, we here.
So everybody's decided it's time to do the thing, and the organizers have heard you loud and clear. So I'm here to tell you it's time to do the thing, because apparently all everybody's waiting for is someone to tell them it's time to do the thing. So here you go. It is time.
Do the fucking thing. Do it. Do it now. And understand that if you are not aware of the difference in the game that they are playing to you, you lose.
Mickey and Bud. Being bound by rules that other players will not be bound by means choosing to lose the game. So if people are playing a game, but they will not play by the same rules that they say that you should play by, then they're not playing the same game as you.
They're not!
And you can't, by following the rules, get your way out of the game. Because they're outside of your game, the one with the rules that you're following. They are not going to announce a war. They're not going to say, I have decided that we are going to have a war now. We will take the side of the bad guys and you can take the side of the good guys. They're not going to admit when they do something wrong. They said what they wanted to do, enough people agreed, and now they're doing it. And that's how it happens. Revoking power.
There are 1,000 protests happening right now. Right now. I just saw leaked footage from Iran of like the executions the state is doing. I can't show it because it's too graphic, but I can say that it doesn't look particularly that different from the view that I see in America looking at ICE. Like, it really doesn't look that different. The only difference is they're firing more often with the main guns, and we're getting there soon.
Passports. The color scheme on the movie is not going to change. The fact that you're seeing this video is new. This is as televised as it was ever going to get. Keep scrolling. Maybe someone more normal will say it to you, and you'll believe them. I don't care. For people who are listening, hold your loved ones safe. Be there for your friends. Check on your neighbors. And stop acting like you aren't in a civil war. You're going to act up and fight back. Do it in tactical formations. That's where we are. Being bound by rules that other players
again, like I've said before, there is a lot of tactical formations that we can employ that we ignore. When you are protesting in a large group, instead of massing together in one large group, break off into smaller ones, occupy specific areas. Break off into 12 to 20 people groups and occupy a whole fucking city if you have enough people. Now, are some of you gonna get hurt? Yeah, that's the trouble with fascism. Are you significantly better off? Yeah, because there are many of you spread out. There is people shouting, there's people yelling, there's communication going on. It doesn't matter, you have your walkie-talkies, let them hear you, it doesn't matter. Coordinate together and use strategic planning to occupy an area. That way, like, when they fire the tear gas, that doesn't actually land in your vicinity because you are spread out. It is harder for them to shoot you. Besides, you can DIY armor-piercing bullets real easy if that's ever needed. To be fair, like, they already have fucking hollow points that they carry around, like, generally, broadly speaking. That's not armor-piercing, that's skin-destroying. They want to kill you. Joining the SRA-wise, but this is a war of social media clips as much as anything. Look as righteous as possible while protesting. Well, like I said, the point of the nonviolent protest, what you can do, is to show up and put yourself in danger. Put your rage baiting the, like, violent regime until they brutalize you on camera. That's the entire point of a protest. You show up, you are non-violent, you are absolutely like an angel, and they beat the living shit out of you. But bring some people who are armed to the protest in an open carry state. It helps. They don't have to do anything. They just have to stand there and be armed. That's all they gotta do. And to be clear, it works. Like I showed you the Black Panthers from earlier. It won't work every time. But it's better to have than not. Better to have than not. Where is that Black Panther clip? Yeah, see, all I can do is brutal honesty, Etch. I'm not exactly good at beating around the bush here. I don't know what I don't know that if I gave advice that it wouldn't do more harm than good. Fair enough. I'm doing the best I can, and this is the best advice that I have to give you. You do with that what you will, honestly. But this is how I'm feeling. And I've showed this a few more times. It's because it's the example that I want you to take.
I can hold my long arms in my hand, just can't have my finger on the trigger, which is not. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up our teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up a teenager.
Y'all, wasn't it?
It was y'all. You're a police officer. You part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. You don't like to be labeled in with slave catchers. You shouldn't have taken their oath, sellout. You are a sellout. You wearing their shit. You are a sellout. You ain't protecting shit. You got to do whatever they tell you to.
Them opening fire on us isn't a bad thing, what you can do. Like, unfortunately, yeah, that means some of our people die, but that's gonna happen anyway. If people at a protest who are protesting non-violently get shot up by a panicky Klansman who looks at a black guy who's armed, that's the same thing as showing up and putting yourself in danger and getting brutalized on camera. Like, as bad as it is to say, Renee Good getting murdered by ICE is the reason that all of these people are out in the street right now. A week ago, it was like we had no one. No one cared to fight. No one wanted to do anything. Someone got murdered. They got very rightfully pissed. Now, do I want more of that? No, of course the fuck not. But that's not on you. That's not on us. You showing up and resisting to the best of your ability does not mean you are responsible for what the other side does in response. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. They will continue to do violence against us. They will kill us whether they are doing it in your house, in a camp, or in front of everybody else. If it is up to me, I'd much rather get publicly murdered in front of everyone else than in a camp, behind a car, in my house. Death is different than a beating. Yeah, it's worse. It's far more insightful. Like, again, don't try and die. Don't put the first barrel of the gun you see to your head with the ICE agent. Like, try your best to stay safe. But you are never going to be safe until this is over. You can't be. It's just not possible. Will I be there? Buy me a plane ticket. I'll be there tomorrow, what you can do. I'll be on the front fucking line. Literally, the only reason I'm not is because, I can't afford to fly there. But yeah, no, I would happily. Are you, like, that's the only, like, think of a better reason to die. You'd better fucking not be. Well, I don't have the money to, Buncor, but, you know. Just don't, Renee's murder, just don't let her discourage you. In fact, Renee's murder has encouraged many more people to stand up. Just be aware that you are in danger. And you are not going to get out of the danger until these motherfuckers are gone. And the only way these motherfuckers are going is if you make them go. Nobody's coming to save America. Like I showed the clip of the Canadian before. I've seen very, very many of those when they're entirely uninterested in coming to save America. It should motivate the hell out of us. It does. We're here. The general consensus that I'm seeing from people is it's time. You can crash on my couch, we'll catch up. Based. To be fair, I can't get into the country anyway, so. Like, I would get arrested at the airport. I would have to fly private to get into the country, and I don't have that either. Not someone who can afford to charter an international private jet, unfortunately. I mean, I also don't want to die, but I also kind of really hate being stuck here talking instead of being on the ground with the rest of you. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they wouldn't let Vizora in. Yeah, no, they wouldn't at all. Like, private works. Prison industrial complex has been an instrument of the silent Holocaust for quite some time. The John Oliver prison heat thing is one of the many factors. Oh, absolutely. But, like, it's not just the Holocaust, it's also slavery. It's all of these combined. And that's the point. Like, the point is to get you to a point where you're too afraid and you're too exhausted that you submit to the slavery. And if you don't submit to the slavery, they force you to submit to the Holocaust. That's the choice you have. You can live on your knees or die on your feet. That's the only choice they're interested in giving you. Will do, Bun. Will do. Like, that's really all I have for today, by the way, guys. Like, I wanted to keep this fairly brief. I was going to go into Iran and all of that, but we'll have time for Iran later in the week. We're not going to bomb them tomorrow. We can't. We don't have the carrier group in the region. We might be able to, like, I don't know, drop a couple bombs off a plane, but, like, beyond that, no, we're not there quite yet. The protests there are continuing to grow, however. You're messaging the opposite of Zora, you're not helping. Kinda, yeah. Like, I don't necessarily think that is one-to-one the case. Like, if you're messaging the opposite of me, that means you can't be helping. But, like, the opposite of this particular messaging, then yeah. I was able to fly back to the Philippines to San Francisco without any issues, so the USA government isn't keeping tabs. No, they are. There's been quite a lot of passport issues that are being reported recently. Beyond that, Christopher DeBlante, I'm a little different because I put my face online and I say mean things about the government regularly, and so it's a problem. But yeah, if you're trans and you've ever changed your gender marker, that is being a problem, apparently, at the moment. You have an American accent. Did you never get an American passport? I do have an American passport. It's not going to protect me when I get through the gate and customs and then they want to look through my phone, or, you know, they just know who I am off the bat because ICE facial recognition software is integrated. Vizora's on a watch list for sure. Oh, yeah. So are all of you, by the way. We're all on a watch list. Passport is almost certainly inactive at the moment. That tracks, yeah, probably. So there's another reason I can't enter the US at the moment. To be fair, I could do it with, like, my Aussie passport, but that then brings other problems to the forefront that the American passport doesn't have. Assuming the AI works as well as they claim, it does. It does. The AI that they have is not the AI that you see. The AI that, like, we see, Enterprise, ChatGPT, right? That shit is dog shit compared to what the government has. By far. No, most of it does work, Jet. You don't see what they have behind the scenes. They're 10 years ahead of what we have, publicly. We'll talk about it after, Buncor. Work on a Venezuelan oil tanker, the USA will pick you up in no time. Yes, the One Piece government. I forgot we were searching for the One Piece in the Caribbean. I think they give us shitty versions to lull us. Well, I mean, not just to lull us. The current existing AIs are meant to addict you, to make you stupid, and to report on you and put you on secret lists and snitch on you. That's their job. That's why they exist. It's to make you dumber, report on you, and yeah. There's no such thing as an inactive passport. They're valid, revoked, or invalidated. Inactive means it's been invalidated, but it's not invalid. It's not been revoked. Like, it's invalidated. You can fix it sometimes, even at the gate with these issues, but it is not functional. The exact word being used doesn't matter. Look to Lavender and Gospel for examples. They have set shit up to always put out a target, no matter like how actually threatening that target is or isn't. Yeah, it was 39,000 people that they used AI to murder in the first 2 weeks of the Gaza genocide, and the threshold for getting on that list was like, if you have ever received a phone call from a phone number who has ever received a phone call from a phone number themselves that is somewhat associated with Hamas. I'm not saying that they're not capable of identifying anyone and everyone. I'm just saying that there's a large amount of data and they have priorities. That's why you can mail someone cocaine successfully. Oh, I know. It's just the priorities that they have are people like me. Specifically, the ones on social media causing problems for them. If I'm at the gate, they will make it a problem for me. And again, speaking of Lavender and Gospel, you are Palestinians now. ICE is trained in Tel Aviv. AI gets to make the decisions. Remember, I read the quote from, I believe, some ICE like higher up like a few months ago, talking about how Palantir was making their job Amazon but for people. They don't think the military AIs actually work, except the AI did it excuse at the Nuremberg. You guys have no idea. We have had working military AI in space controlling satellites for over a decade. The National Reconnaissance Organization published their still heavily redacted paper on Sentient, the NRO satellite array in space that acts entirely on its own. It's not sentient, but it makes its own decisions. It moves shit around. All of that's existed for well over a decade. It decides what to take images of, what to follow around, what the priority is. It doesn't take any input from the ground. We don't tell it what to do, it just does its thing. Skynet in the sky, yeah. Even Maxar as public enterprise AI that does this well, yeah. It's just the main AI companies that suck, and that's what you're thinking of. It's not the same thing, though. Those are vastly, vastly different types. Guys, please stay safe. Again, join the SRA. It's time. Get your shit together. Like the stream. Join the Discord. If you want to donate to me, you can do so through this direct link. Zora, no, they do not suck. That is their main product. Well, I mean, yeah, that's their main product. Their main product is to brainwash you. Leftists not allowed to criticize Iran because they're in bed with Islam. Hey guys, how many times have I criticized Iran this stream? Just out of everything I've said, how many times have I criticized Iran this stream? At least 4, 5, 6, maybe? How about last stream, where I basically talked shit about Iran for half of it? Yeah. Shut the fuck up, you fucking fascist scum. Fuckers. Alright, let's drop a raid to... Shit, we got a lot of people we can raid. We got Kat Abuzala. I want to raid Cosmopolitics. Cinemarxism is on as well. Holy shit, we got a lot of good raid options. Now, sorry, YouTube. Twitch has the raid options today. I didn't set up a raid for YouTube. My bad. I think we are going to just jump into Cinemarxism, because I imagine Cinemarxism is probably on point with where my stream was today, and it seems like, yeah, they're looking at the demonstrations now. So I will catch you guys next time. Please stay safe, and please get the fuck up. Oops, sorry. Yeah, too late. Next time, though. Unless, it really isn't too late. I can still raid on YouTube if you say it now. Give me a link. We're gonna start the raid on Twitch now, however. See you guys.
In the Northeast, every day. Three days after this large community defense workshop that formed these neighborhood groups, HSI raided 2 restaurants in Lenexa and the Legends in Kansas. People who were trained in this community defense workshop interrupted these raids. They chased HSI out of the building.